It's Captain Sena. We're back with the Sena look here, and today we're going to review Zack Snyder's Justice League. I hope you guys have watched the movie. I'm going to try to keep this very spoiler-free. We're not going to get into the review of each part because I think that's going to take too long. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this, and follow me for more updates. And I think we will be reviewing the movie to the detail as we go by. There's just so much to say in comparison to the 2017 theatrical release. We know for a fact that that movie completely butchered Snyder's vision. In this movie, we get 242 minutes, 4 hours, 2 minutes of pure Zack Snyder art. It's comic book art right here. We've probably seen one of the greatest things ever in comic book history. And I'm a comic book fan, I'm a Marvel fan, I'm a DC fan, I'm the largest Superman fan, as you guys can see up there. For those of you who are comic book critics, and you know your comics, you know DC comics, you know MC, you know DC has got a bit more of a darker tone, a deeper tone, a heavy tone to its comics and its stories. And I'm not saying that Marvel does not have depth. It's a lot more receptive to a lot more different types of audiences. So please do not compare this. It's a bit ridiculous that we see a lot of people already comparing Endgame to this. Endgame, like literally, how many things led to Endgame? If you're an objective comic book reader, you'll definitely be able to see a lot of what I see in how the movie has panned out. But I still do think that some Marvel fans would appreciate it. If you are a objective movie critic, then you're probably gonna say movie is too long, it's too draggy, a lot of things didn't add up. But you know, it's because it's different. You can't compare this movie to like Inception. You can't compare this movie to like Interstellar. If you're gonna be rating it on that level, I guess you're going to be fairly mistaken. Then you've got those real one-sided guys who are just purely DC haters or Snyder haters, Snydercut haters, whatever. They are against the movement. They just simply started butchering Snyder from BVS theatrical version, which is not the ultimate edition which Zack intended the movie to be. A 3-hour movie means lesser screen time, lesser cinema time and all that, and lesser times the movie can be displayed, lesser money. The movie in itself needs to be evaluated based on what the movie came from. You know, the entire journey of the Snydercut movement, release the Snydercut hashtag, and somehow people are saying there's so much of toxic fans in this fandom. Where are all these people in terms of evaluating how Snyder got constructively kicked out of, you know, the entire deal with Justice League back then? Like, based on the tragedy that he went through, are they just so heartless? Like, what's going on? They claim that, you know, he was removed because he's just difficult to work with and they just don't agree with what he's doing and he's slaughtering the entire show. And then this comes out and the people are still going, see, we were right. You know, WB was right to remove him because this movie is crap. It's always going to be people who say that the movie is not perfect. But for me, the way the movie started all the way till it finished, every single scene, every single plot complemented each other. There are no gaps in the stories for this 4-hour movie as well. And think about it. Snyder was tasked to bring Aquaman, Cyborg, and Flash into an active storyline. How was he going to do that in just 2 hours? That was what the studio asked for, you know, without kind of bringing some sort of background. Like, do these guys just appear out of nowhere and do their thing? No, of course not. So that's why he needed that timeline. But again, I think all you Snydercut fans out there, I know you've appreciated the movie. All of you critics out there, you're being a tad bit unfair. If you hate Zack Snyder, don't evaluate the movie. If you hate Zack Snyder, don't watch the movie. You went from fandoms are toxic to no, the Snydercut movement is toxic. You guys are just being a tad bit too much. This movie was basically done because of the voice of the fans, the fan base, and the fandom, the release Snydercut movement. So if you do not appreciate it, you don't need to appreciate it. You know, you're welcome from all of us here in the Snydercut movement because we just kind of gave you an opportunity, you know, another piece of another meal for you to just go there and just talk crap about, and you know, you're all going to get your blog hits, your social media hits, and even your YouTube hits if you're making a video dissing about the Snyder Cut. So you're welcome there. 4 hours is going to make a lot of hits for you guys. The next thing here, let's get into the movie itself. Batman is literally the Justice League leader that we all deserve. Yes, he does seem mellowed down, but there is a backstory to why he's mellowed down. Or have you not read those storyboards? Read it. There's some certain romantic entanglements that happen. So yeah, for him he's a bit more down to earth, a bit more calm and composed. He talks about faith, Alfred, faith. Wonder Woman turns out to be his right hand for the Justice League, and the one that also lives up to expectations, just supporting him right there by his side. And I loved how Hockenberg, Junkie XL, just kind of added a little bit more flavor to the Wonder Woman scores and themes, and it just made all those Wonder Woman scenes tremendously amazing, right till the climatic scene of the Aquaman. Totally lives up to the gangster cowboy that he is meant to be, and Jason Momoa portrays that to glory. And I always thought Jason Momoa would do a good Lobo. I really thought that, I thought Jason Momoa would play a big Lobo. Cyborg, wow, Ray Fisher. So much of backstory, so much of good depth in that story as it developed to the best that it could in the minutes that were given on screen for the Cyborg. I felt that he's going to be the glue that pulls everything together, really going to be the glue that binds it all together with the Cyborg character in the Snyderverse. But of course, that's if the Snyderverse is given the green light to come into existence. The Flash, oh my God, the Flash is the Flash that we really deserve. I'm not saying anything about CW Flash, the TV series. He does a great job right there, but Ezra Miller has done a lot of justice for a big screen box office Flash that we deserve. He's got that little bit of that nerdy, dorky thing going on, but he's still a hero. Okay, he's got heroic instincts in him, and he really shows it from the brilliant initial scene, where he saves Iris and all the way till the climax, making him actually not strong but all powerful in this multiverse. And the theme and the score that they use for that scene right at the end of the climax, I just want to put that in a bottle, capture that, put it in a bottle, and just put it right here on my desk, and I just want to just go through it again and again, like 1,000 times in a day. That's how amazing it is. Finally, there was that cameo by the Martian Manhunter. I think the CGI is getting a bit of whack. We know that was an improvised. It should have been Green Lanterns, but WB said no. They want their own plans to introduce Green Lantern into the universe. At its core, Martian Manhunter looks real good. He plays a big role, collaborating with the Justice League and as a defender of Earth as well. So we look forward to seeing more of the Martian Man. And the icing on the cake, I believe, is Superman, the black suit Superman. He comes back to life. I really appreciated those scenes and that introduction scene that it came into the action. Not impressed. If you know what I mean. The black suit kind of aligns with Dan Jurgens and the story that went forward, that the Death of Superman story way back then, and he looks really good in it. And even from Death of Superman, the black suit was there, the Dan Jurgens story, and so on. So I think there's a lot of alignment there, keeping close to the source material by Snyder and his team. So then there's a Steppenwolf, which was a brilliant character here. Steppenwolf kind of shows that, where he's really conflicted. I think there was a betrayal, because I do think in some of the story arcs he wanted to take over the throne of Apocalypse as well at some point. And you kind of feel sad for him. He's got this real cute little sad, sorry faces. If you're feeling that, that just means the story kind of hit you and it moved you. And, it's kind of sad, even as a villain, he goes through all that kind of suffering and pain. Going back to Steppenwolf, I think he's just so much of action, and that's how you bring an alien villain. I loved all the fight scenes, showed so much of strength for Steppenwolf and whoever he went up against, and he was really brilliant right there. Let's go to Desaad. Desaad, I think, was decent, but I guess Snyder wants to leave it for what can be or what could be down the line. In the comics, he's this real odd-looking creature-like human form. He does not look so monstery, but I really like this look. Darkseid, oh my word, Darkseid and all the scenes or from the future, or those flash forward scenes were just amazing. The Omega beams, the Omega beams, the Omega beams were just something that gave me like goosebumps. He kept original to the Jack Kirby original look of Darkseid. He looks so majestic, right? Doesn't he look like, we saw the Yuxa's part at the start of it, and then we see, his full form Darkseid, and it's so majestic. So I really enjoyed that. It's amazing. Silas, Victor's father, deserves a whole lot of credit. I think he played a bit of a role in this movie, and he did it really, really well. Brilliant acting there. And Alfred was truly an unsung little hero in this show, supporting Batman and the League as he needed to, and playing the consultant or confidant of Batman very, very well. The Lex Luthor and Deathstroke scenes were pretty much opening the door to what could have been in terms of the Batman movie, which we don't know whether it's ever going to happen again. Then we skip to the epilogue where we go into Nightmare, where we see Mera, who's speaking with an accent. We saw her again in the Aquaman scenes as well, the Atlantis scenes. She would have carried that role pretty well should the Nightmare version of Justice League ever come to light. Jared Leto's Joker finally gets real good airtime and really shows how much of a psychopathic maniac genius villain that he can really, really be. So everything put together, it was an enjoyable 4 hours. Thank you to HBO Max, thank you to HBO Go here in Asia, HBO Asia, and thank you to Warner Media and Jason Killer, and thank you to all of us here, the fans that really rallied for this movie for too long. The ultimate thank you and congratulations goes to the Snyders, Debbie Snyder, and of course the main man, Zack Snyder, for realizing his vision. Of course, we'd like to congratulate Ray Fisher for getting the Cyborg story arc that the Cyborg deserves and that he portrayed. But Zack Snyder, that none of this would be possible without you. We really are hopeful. We really are hopeful for a lot of things to come. There's a lot of news going out, the WB meetings and so on. Jason Killer tweeted, and so let's just really see how things work out. Thank you for watching, and if you guys have any views or comments, please hit the comment section, but don't forget to smash that like button and hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to share this video. I'll be seeing you. This is the Sena look. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.